This is going to be a short video. I'm about to just skip the introduction. Hopefully it's only about a minute or two. Who knows when I get talking. But I want you to know the purpose of why I'm doing what I'm doing with these videos and where I'm trying to take this. The ultimate goal, the purpose, like I said before, of everything that I'm doing. So the title of my YouTube channel and what my podcast is actually going to be is Mr. J's Hard Conversations. So I want to have the conversations that no one is willing to have, that people are afraid for whatever reason, scared to, or just stand on this imaginary line where they can't find common ground with the other side, with somebody who has an opposing view. And just can't even engage in the conversation. They immediately just shut that person down. So I'm going to be giving a lot of very, I guess, offensive positions or my perspective on things that will, I guess, people will just find offensive. Not like I'm intentionally making them offensive or anything like that, because that's not my goal. My goal is never to intentionally offend somebody, but people will be offended. Well, I mean, I guess sometimes, yeah, I do intentionally do it. I mean, it's not good, but sometimes you need to poke the bear a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But the goal is to be able to have that dialogue, to have that discourse civilly, to find that common ground and bring understanding that though we may have different solutions, our motivations are the same. They're coming from the same place. They're usually coming from a place of love. And I don't like the rap that conservatives and Christians get. People automatically tune out conservatives. I know there are, on the far right, there are racists and stuff like that. But when you come closer to the middle, a lot of conservatives are very loving people. If you take the time to just listen to them, you'll find out. And most of the time, your friends and stuff that you talk to every day, you don't even know that they're conservatives, because they're too scared to share their true opinion, because society has created this animosity towards conservatives and painted them in this picture that people are scared to voice their actual opinion. People, when you just look at the policies, their perspectives on things, what they think that America should stand for, when you just break it down, they typically align more on the right. Now, our hearts go out to people. So when we hear things like, free healthcare, free education, equality, equity, and stuff like that, of course, our hearts are like, yeah, like, why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? Why wouldn't you want to support that? Of course, no one's trying to say like that inherently is wrong, but the way that it has to be implemented in reality is impossible. That's where things start to diverge, and we have to live in reality. Not everyone is going to be able to have the same not everyone's going to be able to have the same opportunity. In order for equal outcome, you have to get rid of equal opportunity. And we really have to just look at the way the world is. Like, the reality of everything is true equal opportunity is also not a possibility. There's too many factors that go into play into an opportunity for somebody, but at the base level of opportunities, that should be the same for everyone. To be able to go to school, to go to a good school, to receive proper education, the ability to receive healthcare and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that is feasible. But to say across the entire board that everyone needs the exact same thing, we can't implement that. Too many people are born into different circumstances. One parent, two parents, no parents. Parents die. They suffer tragic accidents. People are born with disabilities. People are born in different economic systems, different cultures. All that plays into a lot. And then you have to look at people on an individual level as well. Like, what are their motivations? What are they actually trying to do with their life? Or do they want to just be a bum? People want to be bums. People want to be bums. People do not want to be a part of society. That is the truth. People are willing to throw their lives away. Then there are people who want to try and become CEOs. There are people who just want to go to work and, just get by day and be able to do their little thing on the side. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta stop focusing on the results of people and start looking at the motivations behind each and every person. Now, if there is something that got in the way, then we need to shine light on that. But we can't generalize everything and then just say this is the problem because of all this and that, because life is not that easy. There is not one simple solution to fixing all the problems, except for God. Jesus can fix all this, but people don't want to accept Jesus. So I also have to, factor that in. So the goal is to open up people to the conservative Christian viewpoint or perspective, or at least the ones that I hold personally, because it's sad to say that most Christians, well, not all Christians, I don't want to say most, but not all Christians see eye to eye on things, especially in politics and just other various things. But I want to at least put that out there along with the conservative viewpoint, because my values just happen to align with the conservative party. So that's why I am a conservative. So I want to be able to have that dialogue, to be able to show people that conservatives aren't what the media paints them out to be. There are some that are like that, but then there are also liberals that are very, very much the same. It goes both ways. So it's like we can't just label one side as the enemy. Like there's a lot that goes on to this, if I haven't made that point clear already. But I want to be able to have these conversations, and I need you. I need you. God gave us the purpose of loving and serving one another. Every business, everything that we do in life is to serve other people. There is no business out there that is not in service to somebody. There is no business, there is no CEO, there is no company without the consumer. And then without there being a need, then there is nothing to consume for that person or those people. So we need each other. God did that for a reason. So, so in order to really bring in the goal of what I'm trying to do with this platform, I want to open it up for people to be transparent about their life experiences, what they have gone through. If you're willing to be transparent and strong and vulnerable for a second, to really put yourself out there and speak about the things that you have been through, because I don't understand everything. I don't have the solutions for everything. No one person is going to have it all. So in order to get there, we need to start having the conversations to find that common ground. And to build towards that better society that everyone envisions, because we don't want anyone suffering. No one does on either side at the base level of the people, for the most part. So in order to do that, we have to have these conversations. We have to talk about the things that people don't want to talk about, the things where we have direct disagreements, but we can still have that civilly, to have that conversation in love and understanding, and trying to understand both perspectives versus just saying no. And what I also want to do, of course, I want to talk about religion. I want to talk about God. I want to talk about Jesus. That's the most important, actually. And that's the real reason why. And there are experiences that a lot of people have gone through that I cannot relate to, but that can touch somebody else's life. So I want to have those conversations with people, kind of like a therapy session, like just to let it out. And I'm pretty sure, no, I know for a fact that your story, you, I'm talking to every individual, you can touch somebody's life that no one else can. But you have to be willing to put yourself out there and be honest and be vulnerable and be transparent, because too many people are wearing masks. Too many people are trying to act like everything's okay, but everyone's broken. Everyone's broken, and normal does not exist. Everyone is very weird, very broken, very different. And I believe that people need to tap into that uniqueness, that thing that makes them different. But Of course, there are circumstances, there are emotions, there are things that tie us together and that make us more alike than we are different. But then there is that special factor about each and every person, like a fingerprint, like our DNA, that makes us intrinsically just valuable. So you deserve to be heard. And I want to make this platform open and available to whoever is willing to have a conversation with me about anything. You know, we could talk about life, we could talk about politics, we could talk about religion. We can have a debate style type of conversation, where you can come over here and you can try to prove me wrong on things, or just have that conversation to just open up the floor for that type of discussion. And oftentimes when you look at podcasts, they bring in people who are successful, you know, who have a certain type of status or stature, or something behind them that is um, giving them the floor to have people listen to them. But I believe that every single person has a story that needs to be shared. Every single person has been through trials, tribulations, through wars, through battles that need to be heard and need to be shared. But only if you're willing to put yourself out there again. So I see everyone as successful. I see everyone as having a very powerful, a very moving, very inspirational story. And I just want you to know that you that you are loved. There is a God out there that cares about you and wants to use you for a greater purpose. And you just have to stop viewing yourself as insignificant, because you're an image bearer of God and you're just special. So you deserve to be heard. Your story deserves to be shared, and you can really change somebody's life, because there's a lot of people out there that feel alone, that feel like they're going through this battle by themselves. And all it takes is a person to just be honest and be open about the things that they have gone through, so people can know that they are not alone in this fight. And your story, your strength can be somebody else's strength. It's a ripple effect or a domino effect. And who knows what the outcome of that can be. So that is the purpose. That is the reason why I'm doing this. Just understand my intentions. And please, just use me. Take advantage. And let's have some hard conversations.